All right. Let's get this out the way. Get down. Get down. All right. Sorry, my cat keeps getting in the way. Come on. Get down. Thank you. All right. Okay. Let me hurry this up here. So basically, what this video is really going to be about is Russia. Russiagate has returned, and it's returned to prominence. I'll put it that way. It's never really ended. Once again, 2016 never really ended. Let's just get that out the way. 2016 never ended. Basically this past 4 years has been just a repeat with some sprinkling of some occasional differences, but realistically, it's the same thing. It's always been the same year. The anti-Russia stuff and this whole idea that, once again, we see all these folks who are clamoring and saying, well, Trump is this, the Russiagate, and the thing is that it's all just cheap ploys. A lot of it is, just cheap Red Scare nonsense that's been repackaged. I really, I'm not going to sit here once again and praise Russia like I would, praise China or something like that. Russia is what it is. And, ultimately, we got to learn to break bread with them, period. Learn to break bread with them and make you do. It's just ridiculous when you see lefties co-opt and just take in all this Russiagate stuff just to own Trump. That's all it is, just to own Trump. Oh, well, they should have known. Oh, well, we really, and basically now the left has become the ones where it's like, well, we really are the ones that support the troops. People are dying in Afghanistan because of what Trump did and everything else. The Russians paid, bounties on the Taliban, this and that. I was listening to a video from Greystone. I didn't watch every single minute of it because I know to a point that they are full of it. I do realize that they are full of it to a point. So I can believe Max Blumenthal and Aaron Maté and those other folks to a point. But I think I realize also that they are full of shit. So I try to put that into context. But anyway, I watched the video, and of course, they're saying, the Taliban has been beating back one of the best militaries in the world. And this, see, the thing is, look, let's stop trying to give some minimal lip service to the United States, okay? Whether it's the economy, whether it's, how the United States has evolved, whether it's the United States military, just stop. Just stop. Because it's cringe. I'm just going to tell you that. It's cringe. Because, who is it impressing? It is impressing nobody. All right? I mean, the thing is that, Bernie Sanders did this in campaign. It's like, oh, America is one of the richest countries in the world, and yet we can't afford this and that. No, we're not. The thing is, for people like me at this point, it's just like, just stop. All right? Who are you? You think that you're going to impress boomers by saying that? You think you're going to impress, I don't know, the greatest generation, so to speak, the older folks who are living in retirement centers or, maybe living in their house, when their families are just waiting for them to die, or the, insurance companies are waiting for them to die so they can kick in the reverse mortgage. And I know that's real estate and everything else. I realize that it's not insurance, but still, it's just, who are they trying to fucking impress when they say, oh, well, America's getting beaten back by these, okay, yeah, fine. All right. Oh, and this is a little bit of cope. I'll admit it is a little bit of cope, but it's like, oh, the Viet Cong sure did whoop the Americans' ass. It's like, okay. All right. That's all I can really say. That, okay. The fuck else you have to say about it? So there's a lot of this idea of who is the one that really supports the troops, this and that. Oh, we're the only ones that are pushing back on this. And give me a fucking break. I can't take people like that seriously. I really can't. The United States is what it is at this point. But I think that it needs to be put into perspective. And it's just silly for people to try to make this comparison that, oh, well, America's awful. But, look, I just say this. You have to take things as they are. And that's hard to do. We can't sit here and praise people or try, once again, they always say that this is with fascists. No, it's with every fucking propagandist out there. It doesn't matter whether left wing or right wing or whichever, is that they will simultaneously make the enemy look strong and it will simultaneously make them look weak at the same time. They'll say that Russia's taking over, China's taking over all this, but yet they can't keep control of their people, this and that. So it's the same type of thing. All right, it makes no difference. Propaganda is what it is. It doesn't matter what country it is used in. It's just about the narratives that they find, and it's what they present to you. But the thing is, once you realize that it's all propaganda, then you can basically just say, oh, okay, well, let me dig further into this. It's like that bit in Propaganda where he gives the titles of 4 articles and seeing how misleading they are in the newspaper and picking out and looking about what those stories actually mean. So I think that's important to say. Like I say, ultimately, I hold the feeling that it's just like we have to be able to move past this. And what I mean by move past this is just start building up your not just to be a prepper. That's easy boomer type shit, but just like being able to start your own communities. And of course, there are already communities out there that will be able to survive on their own, relatively speaking, without the infrastructure that exists today, without Walmart, without Walgreens, and without all these other places. Those already exist, and they're mostly Caucasian. There's some blacks probably, I'm sure, out there, but anyway. And we just, more people have to be willing to just say, you know what, screw it, we're going to go out there. We're going to start our own community. Keep it low key, keep it low profile, and just be ready for when things happen. We have to be able to, just really, keep away from all the feds, this and that, with all the people that do the son and rads and all that. That's just cringe, bro. That's just the ultimate fed gang type of shit that goes on. It's fed gang. It's absolute fed stuff that goes on. It's like when you saw that, oh my gosh, they have a, well, where the fuck was that? I mean, I can't even think of it. They had the Blue Lives Matter flag. A guy with the son and rad tattoo on the back of his calf. You had the dudes who had come on. That's absolute fed shit. Absolute fed shit. It's so cringe, when you get these folks that are just, you can tell it's just fed posting IRL, and you're just like, bruh, why can some people not see it? It's like it is, So I don't really get it, if I'm being honest. I really don't get it. It's just so cringe. But it just goes to show once again is that this is the way it goes, is that once again, if you're a dupe and you are so blinded by ideology that you will do anything you can to get rid of Trump, anything you can to, put him in bad light, then you've already lost. I'll tell you that right now. Because if you fall for this easy type of shit where it's just like, oh, well, the Russians paid a bounty to these folks, so it must be true. They want you to believe that, So I think it's absolutely ridiculous. That's all I can tell you. It just goes to show that, if you're so much of a dupe and you get so blinded where it's just like, dare I say it, even if you become one of these super anti-Semitic type folks where it's just like, well, the Jews run everything, so, whatever we can, you're going to fall into a trap, You have to be open-minded enough and be like, you know what, that's kind of cringe, That's where it all breaks down, really. Remember, I was watching this comedian, it's like all people have to do is just laugh at something and see how ridiculous their beliefs are, and then it kind of crumbles. But it's the same type of thing when people post propaganda. It's like, all you have to do is just say, this kind of cringe, bro. This kind of sounds like BS. This kind of sounds like Fed posting, bro. That's all you have to do. Just say, that's Fed posting, bro. And then it's done. Anyway, I think I've spoken my piece. I was kind of quick. 10 minutes, relatively speaking. That's basically what I think. I think it's just ridiculous to be like that. And of course, we're seeing more stuff going on about, Chop and Chaz, and the politicians, of course, are coming and saying, well, let's look at the origins of gun violence. Oh, it's ridiculous to say that. Oh, it's socioeconomic issues. Give me a break. Anyway, well, that's all I wanted to say about those things. And I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. And maybe, I'll see how I feel. Maybe later tonight I'll turn off the AC and I'll record some more for Revolt of the Elites, so I can at least get one episode out, or at least 2 chapters out. I'll put it that way. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye.